Welcome everyone to episode 98. 98 episodes of this boy. Can you believe it?
No. It's been too long. Too many episodes.
Well, this is the Slow Podcast, the podcast about the Sakamichi series groups of Japanese idols. This is Nogizaka 46, Keyakitte 46, Hinatazaka 46, and Yoshimoto 46. If this is your first time watching, this is again about the Sakamichi series where we learn information about them and watch their TV shows and generally just talk about them and joke around about them sometimes too.
Yeah, we're just filthy casual fans. So.
And then this is Boy and I'm Josh. We are missing Jimmy today.
Hello. Yes.
He is out sick, but he will return for next episode 99. And
hopefully
after that is episode 100.
Oh, yes.
And we're doing
100.
something kind of special for that. So if you've never watched the podcast live, I definitely recommend it for this episode. So go ahead and check that out at twitch.tv/slopeclub. And that's Tuesday at 7 p.m., around 7 p.m. Pacific time.
Links are in the bottom there.
So be sure not to miss that.
Yeah.
Because after that, there'll be a little bit of a hiatus after episode 100. We'll come back for a holiday special, but there'll be like a week or two where we're not there. We're finishing up school. We're taking a little break from doing 100 episodes straight every single week. So we'll come back. When was the date when we're coming back?
We decided on that? I
thought we decided on that, didn't we?
I don't remember.
Like January 7th. That's what it was.
We'll know for sure.
Around there.
Episode 100.
We're still figuring out the logistics.
Yeah, but we just need some break. Don't want to get too burnt out on these idols. I don't want to end up hating Sakamichi series because we keep doing a podcast every week. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, and then we'll be back. 2020 strong season 2. Slow podcast.
But in the meantime, you can go ahead and join our Discord and then keep in contact with us. Have any suggestions? Please let us know there.
Yeah, of course. The podcast will be taking a break, but of course, other content on the YouTube channel at Slope Club will still be there. We
have started to prep stuff for that, so there'll be plenty of stuff for you guys to watch.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for that.
So now let's get into the episode. And I was going to talk about the comment of the week. The episode went out a little bit late, so instead I'll talk about our previous video that we released. And that is the top 5 AK Bingo segments.
Oh no, it has nothing to do with Sakamichi series.
Usually we don't talk about, AKB48 here. Just because for some reason we made that distinction.
Because it's the Slope Club, man. Slope Podcast.
But I will mention that there was a lot of comments for the top 5 moments.
Yeah, so you want to explain the video?
Yeah, so basically it was Jimmy and RJ compiled all of our collective ideas of what the best segments were for AK Bingo. And we presented them, showed clips, and we showed like episode numbers, which I know that took you like a long time to do, to get all the episodes. So then people can watch back and then look at those moments that were so good. So there's that video, 5 of them. And again, if you have your own favorite moment, you can leave that in the comments down below. There was a lot of people mentioning some great moments.
Yep.
There was like the burger battle.
Yes.
That was one that I really enjoyed.
That's one of the ones we like. It's like, we should.
That was like an honorable mention
barely
for sure.
didn't make the list. We just did 5. Why
There's
would
like the showcase
6?
ones where they like did a little like soul thing and then they showed the name and then they like presented. There's a lot of moments, but if you want to find out which ones we picked, go ahead and watch that video.
Yeah. Here's a little what's info I guess on it. Most of the picks were when Bad Boys were still hosts.
Is there a connection?
Because the thing is they didn't have many recurring segments when Woman Rush Hour took over, right? They just kind of, they try to make it different so that it's not just the same stuff with the different host, right? If you watched the show and kept up with it, some things came back, but like they changed it slightly, or like, they they did little modifications so that it's not exactly the same, right? So
I mean, one segment I could think of that they did with Women's Rush Hour was when they went to go see what a member would do like throughout the day and see how much like she worked for AKB.
Yeah.
So that's one segment I liked.
One.
But again, that could be an honorable mention too, I feel like.
So it's not because we're like, old head AK Bingo fans. It was just the like the past 3 years with Women Rush Hour, there just wasn't like solid like segments that they had. I guess you could say. I mean, they did, but it's not as much compared to when Bad Boys were hosts.
Like it was more of a repetitive thing with Bad Boys, right?
Yeah. So like, I had to look through a lot of episodes to grab clips and stuff, and it would be like they would just interchange the segments like every like month or so, right? It'd be like dodgeball and then shogi and then the fashion and then like dodgeball and then shogi and then fashion again. And, they would just like keep going and going. So, but anyway, thank you everybody for watching, commenting. Let us know your favorite moments and segments from AK Bingo. It is now gone. F in the chat for AK Bingo. It gave us our Sakamichi Bingo, right? Nogi Bingo, Keya Bingo, Hina Bingo. But... It's all gone now, but hey, you wouldn't have gotten those without
like I feel like
OG.
Most people wouldn't be fans without AK Bingo.
Yeah.
Like I feel like at least like 50%. Of people.
It introduced a lot of people into idols. So,
and it's again those beginning Bad Boy era where like they did a lot of crazy stuff, like more variety.
Yeah, it was easier to understand just by watching because they did stupid stuff and you didn't have to know Japanese. So, good gateway. That was the gateway for many people. So yeah. Go check it out. It's in the channel.
Yeah, Slope Club.
Yes.
Same thing as the Twitch. Same thing as the Twitter. Same thing as the Instagram.
Yeah.
It's Slope Club. If you look up Slope Podcast, only the podcast will show up.
Yeah. So was that it? That's your replacement for the comment of the week?
That was my replacement.
Okay. Well, we can get into some current events then for the episode, which there aren't many. There's a big slowdown in the Sakamichi series. Hopefully, it's gonna pick back up when we're on hiatus.
Watch.
But Hinatazaka released a single, Nogizaka released a single. Keyakitte I don't know what they're doing.
Somewhere.
Even Yoshimotozaka announced their third single to be released on Christmas. So we'll see. We'll see.
We might come back and then like report all the news we missed.
Yeah, of course. Like as usual, a lot of the like members are appearing in like radio shows and stuff like that.
Magazines and as always.
Yes. But here's the first thing we're gonna talk about. Here's the first current event. No shilling corner this week, by the way.
No money for us today.
No money. Yeah. So first thing.
But if you want to support the Slow Podcast, you can go ahead and do so on Twitch by using your Twitch Prime. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can connect it to Twitch and get a free subscription. Look at that.
Ooh.
There's my plug. Jimmy isn't here to stop me. So
one plug for the show. Okay. Not Nogizaka. Sakamichi series as a whole. I guess minus Yoshimotozaka, they're not in this.
Oh no.
They are doing charity events for relief efforts for the victims of the Typhoon. Hagisbis. I don't know how to say it.
I don't know how to say it.
Like on the news post, it's just Typhoon number 19. It hit Japan like last week.
Like a week or two, right?
A week
like
or two ago. And it was, one of the bigger ones. Last I saw, the death toll was like over 70 or something like that. So it's pretty sizable. And of course, many like injuries too. And then,
homes destroyed.
Like billions in damages. And so Sakamichi series are going to do handshake events in the future. They're planning it out, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And, stuff from that are going towards like relief efforts and stuff for the victims of the typhoon.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we personally know some people in Japan, and they're like, "Ooh, this is pretty intense, right?"
Mm-hmm.
I think it was mostly like the coastal and rural areas that
Mm-hmm.
are heavily affected, right?
Yeah, a lot of the cities were like pretty much fine. I mean, there's a lot of rain and a lot of wind, but like
most of the people we know live in Tokyo or the greater Tokyo metropolitan area. So
some
yeah.
Kansai people, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they will do that. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Isn't Kazumi doing something too?
Oh, is she?
Like she's gonna sell goods from a prefecture to give them money through trade instead of just like straight up donations. So like kind of supporting the business and stuff like that.
Oh, I see. That's cool.
It's something like that. Someone can clarify if they want.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember reading something about that.
Nice. So yeah, I guess
It was Chiba Prefecture.
Thank you, chat. Yeah, I guess some of the groups already started, because their handshake events happened recently. So, we're doing good things, Sakamichi series.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's like once you withstand the typhoon, you get a Shirashimai handshake.
Ooh. I mean, I guess you can just personally donate to whatever relief humanitarian thing, right? So yeah, let's move on with more current events. We have a trailer for the Kosaka Now movie that we talked about a few episodes back. She's in a horror movie.
What camera is she using? A7.
It's called Kyofu Ningyo, which will be released November 15th.
Yes.
Ooh,
They lent her an older camera. She'd be like, here, just use this old Sony.
Just use it so we don't have to be scared about you breaking it.
Uh-huh.
It looks like she took a picture of some friends, and then there's a doll in the background. What?
Oh.
What?
Jimmy would have been peeing his pants right now.
This looks kind of okay. That's interesting. Like the color, the tone, the
I was thinking
grading.
the same thing, yeah.
Right. It's very like not horror. It's all bright and stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking like, is this like
some
I don't even know.
home movie shit?
It's like it's like the lighting the coloring doesn't really like match it.
Yeah.
Like the shadows are too high.
Yeah, it looks. Oh, what the fuck? There's a shot of like the doll all human size with the chainsaw. What the heck? What is this? It's like chasing her down.
Oh jeez. With a big old head.
Not sure of horror or comedy. What is this?
I don't know.
Well, I guess when idols get put into horror movies, they're not the best horror movies. They're usually kind of silly, I guess, or well, I guess if you that was fun. That's really funny. What the heck?
It looks like some sort of like knockoff like
Texas
theme
Chainsaw.
park or like corn maze following you like that.
So it seems like the premise is like it's a group of friends that go to like a cabin type. Yeah, it's very typical slasher style setting, right? But this doll shows up like in front of their doorstep. Like what? I don't understand.
It's the scary doll. I mean,
they try to burn it and it comes back to life and goes after them.
Goes real life size.
Why is it real? What?
I don't know. It's part of the story. We have to watch the story to find out.
No, but that's so funny. I don't know.
It's just so
turns out more comedic than it should be. I don't know.
Right.
But anyway, if you're a fan of Kosaka Now, go check it out, man.
Mm-hmm.
Looks kind of funny.
Might be R-rated, so be careful.
Yeah, there's this shot in the trailer where it's like two girls having
playing Twister, right?
Sometime
Playing Twister.
Anyway, not confident in this one, but hey, if you're a
It has
fan
like all
of,
the tropes to like catch like people who like are gullible to this and watch it.
Of course, you get all the Kosaka now. She's best movie ever. Am I right?
Oh, it's a horror film. Oh, there's girls. Oh, I'm gonna watch it. It's like that's
Right.
what I feel.
Best horror film I've ever seen.
It's that people, and then Kosaka now fans together. So you see,
Oh,
it's getting two different audiences.
damn. Box office hit. But yeah, it'll be released November 15th. So, yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Not really news, but like a funny thing that happened in the fandom. So, on a previous episode of Hinatazaka de Aimashou, they did the third single hit campaign for Konani Suki ni Nachatte Ino, and instead of like a regular climb the mountain or do something physically strenuous, they did a one take music video, right? And we talked about that, and it was pretty cool. The end result, I was like cheering for them, like, "Oh, come on, girls," because they all had like different things to do. So then they decided to upload like some behind the scenes shots, as well as the full length one take video on their YouTube channel. And
How generous of them, right?
yeah, and guess what happened? It got taken down. They got hit by that copyright claim by TV Tokyo.
Come on, Hinatazaka. You know you can't be. You know you can't be taking content like that.
See how that feels, huh? Now you know how it feels. I guess the TV networks are just against everybody, dude.
Right? Like
even
they have
their own people.
They have no hold.
Right? No chill.
They just see anything that resembles their content, take it down. Doesn't matter who uploaded it.
That's ours. Did anyone get to a chance to watch it though?
I didn't watch it. I saw it uploaded, but I never watched it.
Oh, okay. It was pretty good watch. It was like 12, 13 minutes, maybe 15 minutes worth of content. And like it showed a lot of the stuff that wasn't shown in the TV show or in the episode. And so, yeah, they had a lot more takes than what was shown on Hinatazaka de Aimashou. You know,
Like how many more takes?
Much
Like
more.
a good number?
Because like Ushio was first, right? She had the kalimba, or what is that what it's called? The little thing she plucks.
Little thing, yeah.
Like she messes that up a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so they like, okay, since she's first, it's like whatever. You know, and like Kosaka now going down the stairs, like something happened like one time, they're like, oh shit, let's do it over. You know, so like they messed up a lot more than what it showed.
Is it more amount of numbers? Like
Yeah.
the amount of times they messed up than they said they did?
No, I think it's true how much, but
They just didn't show where they messed up. Right?
yeah, you know, on the TV show it only showed like Manafi and you know,
Like it showed it in progression,
like
right?
yeah, the kendama, right? And then Kosaka now hitting the ball and stuff. But like other girls messed up too. Like the tablecloth pull and stuff like that.
Did the jumping group ever mess up?
Yes. I think the very first time. It wasn't just that, and it was like people getting in the shot and stuff like that. Like I forgot what happened. There was one where like a staff, like from the building, not even the staff part of the show, like somebody else like walked in the background. They're like, oh man,
Messed up the shot.
yeah, it messed up the shot and stuff like that. You know, mostly stuff like that. But
Did cameraman mess up?
I can't remember if they did or not. But there were
Because that's another factor in it.
yeah.
It's like
So
if
like
it didn't follow his blocking.
yeah. Well, at the first that was the first part of the video that they showed. They just did everything, even if they messed up or not, to do the
So
blocking.
just to run through it.
Yeah, so everyone got to watch it after, and they're like, okay, this is what we should do here, blah blah blah. That was like the very first attempt. and so they ran it through however many times and until they got the final result. The part where Kosaka now spikes the volleyball into the cardboard cutout of Audrey, like the first time she does it, it hits Wakabayashi and it like breaks in half. So they had to like tape it together.
Yeah, I couldn't tell that from like the final version. That taped together or anything.
So it was a pretty worth watch. If anyone was able to grab it off YouTube, share it with everybody.
Make sure not to get taken down too.
Yeah. So anyway, let's keep going with more.
It's a lot of like what we get all the time, but not like they get.
Yeah. All right. Imaizumi Yui is starring in a stage play adaptation of Azumi in 2020. Azumi is like a story of a girl who gets raised by a band of assassins, and their mission is to assassinate some warlords who are threatening the peace in Japan. It's been adapted to a stage play before 2 times. The last one starring, what's her name? Kawae Rina, formerly of the other group, AKB48. And then before that, Kuroki Mesa was a big-time actress. But the first time I saw Azumi was a movie starring Ueto Aya. They made 2 movies. It was, that was when I was like getting into like weeb Japanese shit. Like, oh man, girl ninjas, let's go. I'm gonna watch this movie. So yeah. The most memorable thing about the movie is they fight this dude who doesn't have a hilt on his katana. And he's like,
it's just like a blade?
Yeah, it's just a blade and then a handle. And he's like, oh, because I never need a block, homie. Because he's like he's like so strong or whatever. So like they fight him and stuff. I wonder if he's in this
play.
play.
Learn anything from what's that one game?
What game?
The game Japan Sword Dark Souls.
Dark Souls?
No.
Oh, Sekiro.
Sekiro, there we go. You have to parry. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, so that was like the most memorable thing from the. It wasn't even like Azumi, the main character.
It was just that
they
guy.
Like fight this dude. He's like, what? Look at his sword. He's like, oh yes. It just goes straight to his hand. You can't like. Anyway, there's like the visual for it. It looks cool, man.
Yeah.
We'll see. I guess Imaizumi is doing a lot of stage plays.
Getting some work done.
Getting that work done. Anyway, let's get back to Nogizaka.
Okay.
Let's see. We have a concert set up at Yoyogi National Stadium for Nogizaka, but it's only going to be 3rd and 4th generation members.
The fresh breeze.
It's like, look, this is the new Nogizaki. We don't have any of these old hags on stage. Just
no Grammys here.
Fresh. Looks like everyone's going, right? Are there any names like missing? Peach Kid is there. Ozono Momoko is back in action. Yep.
Seems like it, right?
Looks like it. Everybody will be present. Of course, the unders just had.
Oh wait, there's one missing.
Oh, who is it? From
it's Swole-chan.
He's missing from this podcast too. God damn. But yeah, it will be November 26th and 27th. So that's cool. The unders just had was it a tour or a concert? One or the other.
I don't know.
But yeah, the unders just had a concert. So
yeah, doing more stuff to Keyakitzaka.
Yep. God damn it, Keyakitzaka. Okay. Here's some Keyakitzaka content. Not really news, but Girls Locks. Hirata Yurina is the host every 3rd week of the month. So
that's where she gets resurrected.
She shared this week some offshoots from the arena tour. Some backstage photos, and so if you're a fan, it's pretty worth checking out, I guess. So there's a series of pictures taken by Morita Hikaru, and then another one by Fujiyoshi Karin.
I think this was shot on film. I think.
Yeah, it looks like a disposable camera, right?
Mm-hmm. That flash quality.
That flash, yeah. And so yeah, it's nice.
It's like super bright in the middle, and then it just peters out.
Yeah, it's just the artistic vignetting, dude.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, there's
I think
some
I read
like
somewhere she was gonna like take a picture with Techi, but then like she ran out of film.
Oh, just like, oh, Hirate-san, can we? And it just like
Is it-
clicks. No, there goes my chance. Some cute pictures, some messed up pictures. There's Matsuda with the banana, but you know,
Nice.
there's some. I guess
See that picture? That could have been the Techi picture.
which one?
The one with just the plant.
Oh, that would have been it. But she
Uh-huh.
pressed the
She wasted
shutter
it.
accidentally and wasted.
Uh-huh.
So, and then yeah, they had another page. It's very just candid shots. Just like her finger got in the way of one.
Rip.
There's I don't know, like if there's like a charm to it, right? Like these kind of pictures.
It's like behind the scenes that you can't usually get, right?
Yeah, it's not very like, it's not professionally shot or anything like that, but I think that's why Nogisatsu is so successful or popular.
Yeah, because you
Right.
get that behind the scenes.
Yeah. Which, by the way, we're getting a second volume, right? Is that what's going on?
Oh, is that happening?
Is that what's going on? Are we getting another Nogisatsu? I saw
We are.
somewhere that we were.
We are. That's coming out December 17th.
Ooh, I still haven't finished looking at the first volume.
I still haven't either. I'm like 3/4 of the way. I'm like,
Because
One
it's
day I'll
not
get through
like
this.
one page, one picture. It's one page and like a collage.
7 picture, yeah.
So I'm like looking like, okay.
Mhm. That's enough for today. Close it.
Yeah. Ooh. So you can check out some of these shots from the arena tour. Thank you, blessed Techi, for coming back to life and sharing us these pictures.
There's a link to the Nogisatsu.
All right, yeah. Let's get properly into Nogizaka. Nogisatsu Volume 2 is coming December 17th.
Mm-hmm.
You
We've been
can,
posting like the pictures periodically on Discord, the ones that come out like every week.
yeah.
It's either us
what,
or other people.
What magazine is that on?
I don't even know which one it is.
Or
on.
is that like I don't know where it comes from.
It's on a magazine, right?
Is it a magazine?
It's not a web page,
Okay.
right?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just see the images. I'm like, nice.
Right, yeah. Like. So I'll probably be picking that up. I guess.
I'm still on the fence about it.
No. I
I'm on the
love
fence.
like behind the scenes offshoot pictures, dude.
Mm-hmm.
The other group, AKB48, they released a series of those, right?
The colored books, right?
The colored ones, but it was like a weird shape, like long.
It was a Oh yeah.
It's
I
as
remember
long
that.
as my like camera box right here, I guess, or similar size.
Yeah, it was like landscape shape, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
So,
remember that. It's like turning a piece of paper sideways, like that size, right?
yeah, I think so. Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm still thinking about getting it. I don't know. I haven't
No?
decided yet.
Hmm.
I'm getting Reika's though. I
Ooh.
already pre-ordered that.
Okay. There we go. There's also a white graph volume 2
Oh, yeah.
coming out.
I'm thinking about that one too.
This,
Nana says on the cover.
yeah, this time we have Nishino, a graduate member,
Mhm.
second
Who else is in
season. Does it say?
I don't know if it says.
I don't think it says. But Nishino Nanase will have 50 pages. Of course, the first volume had Shirai Shimai with 50 pages.
And
it also had Watanabe Risa for like 30 pages. So I like instant bought that one. But it also
that was a good one. A lot of the pictures were really good.
Yeah. It was a nice preview to what a Risa photo book would have been. Well, I mean, we got a Risa photo book eventually. But there were other idols who I knew in that book too. So that was nice.
And then it disappeared for a bit, but now it's back.
Yeah, so
they had to accumulate money because it's very expensive to get them to model.
Also, like the quality was higher than
like the print quality too, right?
Yeah, because I assumed quality,
print.
I assumed it would just be like a magazine, which it
like
kind of
thin pages
is,
and everything.
But yeah, I mean it says magazine on it, but it's like photo book quality.
Yeah. And it's like no ads. It's just like pure photos pretty much.
Yeah, straight up Gravia photos. Not like bikinis, but like, just in the...
Tasteful, right?
In the general term of Gravia, right? Anyway, what else is happening this week? Well, Nogizaka. Nogizaka's constantly doing stuff, which is nice. I guess.
Right? It keeps us sustainable, keeps us relevant.
Sustaining our current events news.
We just don't need a sacrifice like what happened last year. I think the same thing happened last year, right?
Yeah.
And then that's when all of the sacrifices came where members were graduating.
We were like, oh, there's no news. And Nogizaka was like, well, let me tell you. Let me give you some news to talk about. But Inoue Sayuri is once again starring in a play. It's called Tengoku no Honya, right? Heaven's Bookstore. She's starring alongside a Johnny's dude. Oh, no.
Oh. Is this why she's graduating?
No. She's been in a lot of stage plays lately. Isn't she currently in one?
I think so.
The hula one?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. So, of course, Sayuri announced her graduation, but she's not leaving until next year. So... Gotta get in the stage plays, man. So,
and as we learned from the Emeka interview we did, it's like once you know the producer, like that's like what gets you into other ones.
Yeah, it's like directors, right? There's always like the actors they work with all the time. Because it's
it's like a director or a producer knows you. It's like you're kind of good for like another one.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh man, Inoue is great. I'm gonna just get her for every female lead, kind of thing. But yeah, this one's Heaven's Bookstore. And according to the wiki, it was a Japanese film. And the film was based on 2 novels.
Oh.
And in the plot, a classically trained pianist is fired from his orchestra and gets drunk in a bar, and he wakes up the following morning in what turns out to be a bookstore in heaven. So he
Don't you hate when that happens?
Yeah. Oh, I'm in heaven. Damn. So the Johnny's dude is the main guy, and then in heaven he meets Inoue's character, who was also a pianist whom he admired while he was still on earth, and together they compose some music together. Okay, interesting. All right, let's talk about the last thing we have for the current events. We started talking about it last week, but it's airing now. Nogizaka's new TV show, Nogizaka Doko. Hey.
Not to be confused with Nogizaka Doko.
Yeah, this is a new show, but they are shortened the same way. Nogi Doko. God damn it. You just need the at the end of this one.
Right.
This show stars the 4th generation only. This is pretty much just Nogi Bingo.
Right.
But the only difference is they are on location all the time.
It's kind of like the end of the last Nogi Bingo, right? Where they were like just like nonstop location.
Yeah, the last Nogi Bingo. The only difference is the last Nogi Bingo had like one member focused on each episode. Right? Yeah. Seems like this one is just 4th gen mobbing around, doing whatever. There's like no script to this, I guess. I don't know if that's good or bad.
I mean, it's not Hinatazaka, so at least it'll be better.
Okay, they're not as rowdy. Okay, we'll see.
As far as I can see.
Yeah, and then we have our hosts, Manzai duo Saraba Seishun no Hikari.
Did you watch this, by the way?
I did watch it, so we can talk about it on the TV roundup a little bit.
All right.
But yeah, it's on a Tuesday slot, so hopefully we don't have to cover this all the time. Please.
Is it the same time that Nogi Bingo was?
I don't know. I've read that it is, and I've also read that it is not. You mean AK confirm? Bingo, right? Because AK Bingo aired on Tuesdays around this time too.
What time did Nogi Bingo air? Or Keya Bingo?
No, Nogi, Keya Bingo, whatever, aired on Mondays.
Oh, on Mondays.
Right?
This is on Tuesdays.
Well, it said 10:22 start, which is Tuesday.
Because it's later in the day, right? It's not like
it's like
the same time AK
early
Bingo was?
Tuesday morning. But yeah,
okay, so it's just the same day then.
I'm not sure of the time slot, but there's the social media, Twitter, Instagram, which is basically the Nogi Bingo, Keya Bingo, whatever bingo. They just changed it,
Yeah, I was like, when did I start following this? Like, I didn't even realize when I started following it, and then I looked back. I was like, oh, it's because it was the Nogi Bingo one.
Yeah, if you look at older posts, it's just all the bingo stuff. So yeah, if you want to get to know the 4th gen, this is the one.
This is what we wanted.
This is what we wanted for Nogi Bingo 11 or whatever. It would have been.
Really, we just wanted Ijiri to put them through pain, but this is still good.
This is fine too, I guess. Less structured, I guess.
Yeah, kind of like we'll send you somewhere, then you react. Is that the feel you get?
Yeah. The first episode was kind of whatever, but we'll talk about it in a bit. So yeah, that's it. That's the current events for the week. But that's not over yet. The show is not over.
Yes, as we mentioned, there's still the TV show roundup where we talk about the weekly TV shows from your favorite Sakamichi series idols. This does not include Yoshimoto Saka 46, by the way, because their structure is a little bit different.
Yep.
But we will talk about Nogizaka Show, which is... Are you okay, boy?
I hit the mic with my hat. I'm sorry.
Nogizaka Koujichuu, and then we have Keyakizaka with Keyakitte Kakenai, and Hinatazaka with Hinatazaka de Aimashou. But we always start with those oddball TV shows that we see. Sometimes they're in something special, sometimes it's a special TV show. And in this case, it's the first episode of Nogizaka Doko.
Yes. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's a location shoot show. They're saying it's like, ooh, unscripted, anything can happen kind of thing. I don't know if that's a benefit or not.
We'll see.
I feel like the MCs are gonna have to hard carry this one. But so it starts off with them in a bus, and they're heading to a location, and there's some nice shots of the members. I don't know, like they're sitting in their chairs, and there's like an angle this way, and it's I don't know. Everybody looked nice and stuff. And you're like, oh, what are your expectations?
It's all that big window lights.
Oh yes, the bus. The staff is like, oh, what do you think this is about? Blah blah blah, and they're like, I don't know, shit. And they're just chilling, being a bunch of kids in a bus. And so they arrive to their location, and it's to go see the MCs. But they like surprise the MCs. It's like they like ring the doorbell, and the guy opens the door. It looks like an apartment because it is, I guess.
Oh, it is.
And the guy's like, "Yo, what the hell is this? Like, what are you guys doing here?" So, okay,
is this his apartment?
He's like, "Oh, what is this place?" And he's like, "Well, this is our company, Jimusho, right?"
Oh,
but like they are the head of their company. Like they're like promoting themselves. I don't know how this works. They introduced
maybe they paid for this show. Like they helped pay for this show, so they're like
maybe because
do the Jimmy show.
They're not like, so if you look at their like achievements, I guess. They made it to like fourth place in like M1 and like, the big comedy shows and stuff like that. They weren't like the champion, but they got like pretty high, I guess, as far as...
Yeah, that's still pretty good, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's top 4 though.
Yeah, it's nothing to like scoff at or anything.
Yeah, they're not like any like scrubs or anything like that. But I thought it was interesting. It seemed like very indie, right? And they're like, oh, I'm the president, and he's like the vice president of this company. They're like, what? That's cool, man.
Are they the only ones, or
yeah? It's like those 2 guys. They're like the only ones there.
This is our agency. Yeah. Isn't that freelance work? No, this is our agency.
Yeah. And so like Nogizaka just like barge in with all their staff. Like, hey, can we have chairs? Like he's like, oh yeah, please sit down over here. Like move the couch for him and everything. He's like, what are you gonna say? He's like, nowhere. We'll just stand. Like, oh. So, but like they make room and they introduce themselves to Saraba Seishun no Hikari. And the girls one by one, they're like, hi, I'm blah blah blah, whatever years old, and then they talk about themselves like, oh, I like this, I like that, or whatever, so the host can get to know them or whatever. It's funny because in the middle of them talking to the members, the staff is like, oh, can we get you mic'd up? And so like they're putting on their like lav mics in the middle of like somebody talking to them. They're like, oh, sure, yeah. It's like, what is it? It's truly unscripted. Like, what is going on? But that was pretty much the episode. It's just the members introducing.
Audio engineer having to do extra work for staff's mistake.
Yeah, I mean they had like the boom mics too, but
oh, okay. Well, I mean that's better than nothing, right?
Yeah, but the members were mic'd. I was like, what the heck is going on?
Where do you even plug in that many mics? Like they must have like a giant receiver, right? So
it's just some poor dude with a giant backpack.
I have 17 inputs in this.
Right. It's also going to be on Hulu, right? Like most of these shows, like the extra parts that were cut out.
Should be on Netflix, so you get more viewership from international audiences.
Yeah, so they cut out, obviously, a lot of the other members introducing themselves.
Like we didn't see Swole Chan introducing.
Yeah.
So Swole Chan was on camera duty as always.
Yeah. Hey, can you carry the camera?
Yeah.
And so
can you carry the luggage? We left it over there. Oh, I got you.
They play a game of Yamanote-sen game, right? Where you name things and you clap. Whatever. And then, they're like, oh yeah, animals. And then they play, or like fruits or stuff like that. Yakubo Mio starts crying in the middle of her introduction. Because they were putting the mics on themselves, like the MCs. And so like she's talking to them, and they're like, okay. And then she's like, okay, that's it. And she's like, she starts crying. They're like, yo, what's going on? It's like, oh man, I'm boring as fuck, man. Like all these other girls are so interesting. Like I have nothing to like offer. Like, chill, dude, chill out. But yeah, that's pretty much the episode.
Oh really?
There's potential of it getting good, but I don't know. Next episode, they leave the MC's company, and they go out and they go somewhere. The whole
journey is gonna be like 5 episodes.
Yeah, I guess they can milk it for however long they can. But we'll just have to see. I don't know if this is like gonna be an ongoing show or if it's seasonal. But we'll see, I guess.
What station is this on?
It's on Nintere, Nippon Terebi.
Was that where?
I think wasn't that what AK Bingo was on?
I think so. I don't know. I never switched to that channel, so.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess.
Interesting. I wonder how it'll go from here on.
Yeah. I think the producer is the same dude who was the producer of like all the bingos and like
that sounds like it would be.
Mori,
it's weird that he's doing it more like raw.
Mori P. Yeah. We'll see.
Maybe people like more of that raw feeling now instead of like a setup variety stuff.
It's a change. You know how YouTube is all prevalent, They get a
it must be something format, like that.
Maybe. But anyway, let's go to the first show. It's Hinatazaka de Aimashou.
Oh,
Did you watch this one?
I watched all the rest of these.
Okay, good shit.
What do you think I am, Jimmy?
Hinatazaka went to Miyazaki Prefecture and do a location shoot there because Miyazaki Prefecture was like, hey, Hinatazaka 46, our catchphrase or like our slogan is Nihon no Hinata, like the sunny place of Japan.
Oh.
And your name is also Hinata, so why don't you come on down?
Should we send them a letter too saying, hey, our podcast is called Slow Podcast. Hey, come on.
Right.
It's in the name.
So Miyazaki's like, we have something in common and, you know, we support y'all because we have the same name. And Hinatazaka's like, all right, let's go down there. Cool.
Let's do what they're paying.
Yeah. And they you know, they're at the resort that has like the indoor, like, ocean or some shit like that. I don't know. It's pretty famous, I guess. It's called the Phoenix Sea Gaia Resort. And the episode opens and they're at the Sheraton. And they're like at this pool area and they're doing like introduction, right? And so because they're staying there, they got to do the PR, like promo cut and stuff. And so like Kasuga hosts it and he's like introducing the amenities and stuff.
He's like directing it, right?
Yeah. You can hear him like in the background, like, yeah.
Just yelling.
Yes. And it's like, ooh, look at this restaurant. Or, ooh, look at this like patio area. And they had like a library or something. And like onsen.
You send a letter to yourself or something like that, right?
Yeah, like in the future or something. All right, cool.
And that onsen shower, am I right?
And they're like, oh my God, who is it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember going out there. It was Kasuga.
Who would have known?
So they're in Miyazaki. And like you know what? A lot of baseball teams come to Miyazaki for training camps. So we're going to do baseball shit. They're like, what?
It's either Nikuman or baseball for the show now.
Right? Yeah, it's taken over. So they're just going to do more baseball related stuff. And they split into teams. They don't have the full group there. A few members were missing. So it's like only 14 girls. But like, yeah, split into teams, but the teams were already decided when you got here. And they're like, wait, what? What are you talking about? And so they show what happened. It's like, oh, we're supposed to meet for the intro shoot at like 7:30 or whatever. And so we're going to see how early the members come. And we'll decide the teams based on how early they cross this white line. Like coming into the pool area. And it's like, what? Okay. And so, like, you know, the members come. And then Audrey is there watching. They're like in some storage area.
Right next to the line.
Right, yeah. And they're guessing like, oh, I think the captain is going to come first or whatever. Or like, oh, you know, this girl's like really bad in the morning or whatever. She's probably going to be last. And so like Kosaka now and like Miho Watanabe and then Pari Pichan, the three of them come first. They're like, oh, who's going to cross the line first? And it's like, oh, it's Kosaka. But then Pari Pichan never crosses the line. She like goes to chill somewhere like in a chair. And the line's like right in front of her. Yeah. And she's just like taking pictures. And they're like, oh, Tomita, what are you doing, man? She's not crossing the line. And you know, the other members come one by one. And then like they have the 6 girls who come early. And the 7th girl will decide like the first team, the good team. But then it's like Takamoto and Higashimura. They're like holding hands. Like, yeah.
Just walking
and
through.
they're like, oh no, they're going to cross together. Who's going to come through first? And they're like watching. Like, oh, it's Otake. Okay. It's like, oh, that was close. We might have had to go to some, you know, camera to see who crossed first.
But Pari P never crossed.
Yeah, Pari P never crosses the line. She's just like chilling.
So now she's stuck in the bad team.
Taking pictures. And Kumi actually is the one who comes at the very end. She's like running. Oh shit, I'm late. Oh, look at the captain's running.
That's our captain.
And so they decide the teams and they go change to baseball outfits. And like the early team has like, you know, it says Hinata, like a proper uniform. The late team they like had to make their own, so they just wrote their own logo or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kumi's like, "Oh, yo, look at Hinano's outfit or uniform. She tried to copy the good team, and it says Hinano instead."
Mm-hmm.
So they go to the beach to do the training, just like the baseball teams. But it's a variety show, so they do stupid games instead.
Mm-hmm.
And the first and only game we get to see in this episode is the 20-meter bat spin race. And so we got
Always a
two.
classic.
Yep. On the beach and everything, by the water.
Mm-hmm.
So we get 2 from each team. First place gets 10 points. Last place gets minus 10 points. And it's just,
plenty of moments in here. Like Katoshi just tripping
people,
over herself.
yeah, people
and
falling.
Just, like, running around. I wanted Kumi to fall in the ocean. She
And they're
was,
like,
stripping.
oh, yeah, Audrey was like, because Kumi was at the end, closest to the water, and they're like, oh man, look
the
at
shore was going up.
the water line's coming up. Kumi, look at that. And she's like, I'm not falling in there, dude.
Yeah. I know this variety, but no.
Yeah.
It's okay. She replaced that with something else.
That was the best part. Like, Takamoto Ayaka ran in front of her. She started crossing it, and Kumi just trips her. She like falls on her face. That was so good. Oh man!
But I mean, it's both their fault because one stuck her foot out, the other one ran like right in front of her, like as close as can be.
Feels bad for laughing at Otake, but man, that was funny.
And she's like there the whole time.
She's just like
everyone crosses the line, she's still there.
Face plants onto the sand. I was like, damn. That was
who's Naruto running?
Yeah. Oh, that was Osushi Kanemura Miku.
Yeah.
She had the Naruto run. So yeah, that was the episode. There's more next week. There's a bunch of stuff at the resort. There's like a zoo that they go to.
There's some crying for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but we'll find out next week. Next show is Keyakitte Kakenai. We're continuing last week. They're trying to get Yoshimura of Heisei Nobushi Kobushi to work with them again. And so this week they're going to do Keyakizaka versus Heisei Nobushi Kobushi in a variety game battle to see how good that they've gotten, to prove to Yoshimura that, yes, Keyakizaka can do variety. So it's a series of stupid games that are like have obvious outcomes, but they're supposed to like ham it up for variety's sake, right?
This is to prove the variety chops, right?
Yeah, and so the first one is the spicy Russian roulette sushi that has like, the wasabi and stuff. And so they go in order or like, and Tsuchi is the judge or whatever. And he's like, if I can't tell that you don't have the wasabi, then you're safe. But like most of the sushi obviously has wasabi in it. There's like
Except for one that had like very obvious one.
Yeah, it's like spilling
like,
out.
oh no,
like,
no, don't worry, that's avocado.
Yeah, it's like, the young people love avocado. Yeah, they go one at a time and stuff. And the ones who do get the wasabi, they're like, oh, it's fine, man. There's not spicy at all. But then they're like crying or whatever. The one that had the wasabi like overflowing, Yoshimura eats it because he went last, and that was the only piece left.
It was right after Hono, right? She was like,
Hono's like,
I'm gonna grab the other one.
And he like grabs her hands like, no man, why don't you take this one?
Yeah,
this one looks good. She's like,
which I mean, she should have done for like variety's sake, right?
Yeah, but hers had wasabi anyway.
Yeah. She's over like,
and she's like, no, you're fine. I was like, oh, are you crying? Oh, it's because it's so good. It's funny. Yoshimura eats it and like spits it out, and it's like coming out of his mouth. Yeah. So he's like chasing him. Yeah, variety shit. The next game, it's the box game where they have to feel what's in the box, but to put a twist on it, they drop the thing in their hand. Like they have the
which I think is more interesting take, right?
Yeah. So they already have their hands in the box, and then the thing falls onto their hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then so the first thing was like eels.
They started off with that already.
They're like, "What? You're starting with this? What the heck?" So it's like, slippery eels, and then Uemu's like covering her face, like, "Oh, Uemu, so gross. Look at her. She can't take it." And
she's like, "What is it? What is it?
What is it?" It's like, you didn't even see. What the heck?
You're covering your eyes.
That was the Uemu moment for the week. And the first thing was eels, right? They had to guess. And they're like grabbing, like, "Oh, what is it?"
Moria's making her like.
But then they're like obviously making wrong guesses, right? Because it's variety, man. I forgot who guesses this. I think it was Heisei Nobushi Kobushi, right? He gets that right.
Oh yeah, he was guessing like weird like Hokkaido fish and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like specific breed or like animal. And they're like, "Well, what? Why would you guess this? That's so specific." The next one was an octopus, though. They're like, "Damn!" And then like it falls, and they're like, "Why don't you try to like scoop it up? Scoop it up with your hand like this so you can feel it." And it was the Keyaki member was Matsuda, right? And she's like freaking out. It's like, "Oh, what do you want? Oh, wait, it's an octopus, right?"
Yeah.
And then Yoshimura's there, like, "Bruh."
Don't you think I know it's an octopus?
It's like, man, I knew it was an octopus from the start. You're supposed to like be funny and variety and do what they tell you to do. And
like, nah. I'm not touching that.
And then so the last one was the balloon. They fill it up with air, and they go one by one filling it up, and they're like, "Oh man, Yoshimura knows exactly how much air will be in this before it pops." And so like in the end, his partner is like counting down. It's like, I think he has like 25 seconds left, so count to like 20. So then Keyakizaka will suffer.
I think it was originally, I think it's 20. It's like, "Oh, how much do you think?" Okay, maybe 26, and he's already counted 25.
Oh yeah.
I think it was something like that, right?
But then his partner counts it all slow, and he's like, "Oh," and it finally blows up on him. But then like he was trying to get them to like react, right? And he's like, "Oh," and then like 10 chance there is just like, she's just staring at him like, "Man," and he's like, "Oh."
And then every single time he taps out. All right.
It's like, "Oh, she's looking at me with those eyes again." Yeah, she was like, "Whatever."
So I was like, "It's okay. She's at that age."
Yeah. And so at the end, they're like, "All right, man. After all the games, what do you think, Yoshimura? Would you work
worthy?
Yeah, are they worthy? Would you work with them again?" And he's like, "Man, you guys did great. I learned a lot.
Second gen coming in is fresh.
Yeah, they were good. But nah."
Yeah.
Nah. And they're like, "What?" If I keep saying NG, then you only have to improve, right? You only have to get better. So that's why NG.
We just have to see if that comes true.
I'll never work with you guys again. And so the last show is Nogizaka Koujichuu.
Yeah, this is an episode where like I feel like you have to watch.
Yeah.
In order to get like the full idea of it, because if we say what happened, it's literally gonna be like 1 minute.
Yeah, and so it's the presentation part of the skill that they learned over the summer or the month or whatever. And so it's only 2 of them this week. Tamura Mayu with her billiards trick shots, and Itoriya and her action scene. And like Tamura Mayu isn't on Nogichuu a lot compared to the other 4th gen girls, right? If you noticed, she's like never there. This must be why.
It's because she's busy working that factory job stuff.
Oh, that's true. And so yeah, Tamura Mayu's challenge or skill that she wanted to do were trick shots. Pool trick shots, billiards, trick shots, whatever.
This is pretty impressive.
Yeah. And she like grinded that shit, The first day she met with the sensei, it was like, "Oh, I can't even do it."
Yeah, right. Like I don't even know how to hold it.
And then she got good really fast.
Uh-huh.
Like actually at hitting the ball and stuff. It's like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
And so she attempted 3 different trick shots.
Mm-hmm.
And they were cool, man.
Yeah.
You just have to watch it. I can't like describe you.
Yeah, if we describe it, it's just gonna be like,
it's like,
I don't
okay,
get it,
yeah,
but
she hit the ball and
she hit the ball a couple times.
It went in that pocket.
It touched the pole, and then
yeah. And that's funny is there were 2 like pool or billiards players teaching her, right? Like there's the one sensei who like taught her the basics, and then the other sensei who was like an actual like trick shot performer lady.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. It's like she was like, man, in all of the women in Japan, only me and Tamura are able to do this trick shot. And they're like, wait, what? Isn't that a little? That's a bold claim, miss. How can you say this? But yeah, it was cool. The next one, the Itoriria one, was the action scene.
I don't know if this one was cool, to be honest.
It was more funny, I think.
Yeah.
Riria wanted to do action scenes, and she went to train with like these actors, learn how to like roll and like punch and kick and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Go on harnesses.
Yeah, do some wire fu stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was supposed to be like a video VTR type thing, and it transitions into some live action in the studio. And they're like, ooh, look at that. And so, she's like some school girl.
Some super strong.
Yeah, Seifuku wearing hero type thing. She like infiltrates this base and beats up a bunch of dudes. And Banana Man's...
They have guns and everything.
Banana Man's commentary is the funniest part. They're like, oh shit! Look, oh man, that guy's so weak. She like took him out, like in one punch. Like, what the heck?
That guy flew with one punch.
Like she like shoots this dude on like this tower, and he like falls out. And they're like, whoa, look at this guy.
This is the highlight.
Yeah. And then like Den-chan, Sato Kaede is like the kidnapped like Nogizaka member. And they're like, wait, what? Why is Den-chan there?
Yeah. And this guy comes out with a bazooka.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, look at that bazooka. He was like, there's a bazooka. Oh, there's a bazooka.
He like shoots her, and then there's like things catch on fire, and then like the dude kills himself with the bazooka.
Yeah.
And then like she kicks this dude, like she puts her foot in the fire, and like she does like some
Sanji stuff, right?
Yeah, like Diablo, whatever. And then, like she kicks the shit out of the dude, like some Kamen Rider kick.
Well, the guy who taught her was like a Kamen Rider dude, right?
Oh, was he? Okay, that's why.
I think he like helped like direct some stuff or something.
Oh, that's
like
cool. She like puts out the fire, like she like stops her foot and then like, puts out the fire. And they're like, yo, what?
Like everyone, she stopped it out.
Everyone in the studio was like laughing and they were like dying, dude. It was so good.
If you look at Kubo's reactions, those were the best.
Yeah, she was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then Asuka's just like laughing at everything. So good. And then the boss dude, I guess, who is the choreographer, right? He's the one she fights in the studio. He's like, takes Den-chan. He's like, ugh. And they do like a fight scene type thing. And he does like this. He does like this Superman punch.
Yeah.
Really like, careful. What happened there? Oh, she used some like powers right there, dude. Just stop me in the air.
Spirit punch.
And then like they beat him up or whatever.
It's funny when he picked up Den-chan, she was like, oh, she went on bow leg.
She's just there. It's like, Den-chan, it's time to run away. But she's just there like watching. Why isn't she running away? She part of the skit, man.
Can't break character.
Yeah. It was funny though.
Don't they both kick him at the end?
Yeah, they both kick him. And they're like, yeah, good job. It's like, okay, that was funny.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with the rest of their goals.
Yeah, so who else? Next week we got the Kakiharuka Endo Sakura Magic.
Oh.
And then they got the Plum-chan VR.
Plum-chan looks so good with our bangs.
She like had the side swept hair. Everyone's like, Plum-chan. It's like, all right, guys, chill out. Who else had a Oh, they're like Semi Ray wanted to do like trampolining, right? But no, she
Who's the one with the dog tricks?
And who was the dog tricks one? I don't remember. I think it was Sakaguchi Ball-chan. Right, so like both they couldn't do their things inside the studio, so they had like prepared something else outside. I guess we'll see it probably in 2 weeks. I don't think they'll be able to fit that next week. But
yeah, I feel like they're really sticking to like showing a lot of the background.
Yeah, which is cool,
especially for these recent ones. Yeah, which I enjoy. Like I think I missed that from like the first one where they just went like, oh, they did this. All right, here it is, and it was like one episode. Yeah. I feel like this, you get to learn a little bit more about the struggle, kind of like what we did last time with Hoshino's backflip adventure.
Oh yeah.
How we like learned so much. Could she do it or did she not do it? I forget.
How they were like, oh, I think she like failed. They were like, oh, Ito Riria, you had to learn how to do backflips. Can you do it? And she's like, yeah, I think I could. And like Hoshino's back there like, it's hard, man.
It ain't that easy. Yeah.
Oh, but. Yeah, I think they're just doing more of it too, right? Like the action scene was pretty long.
Yeah.
There was There's like a lot of stuff that happened. So
now is that the difference? Would you rather want something long like that, or something short that's really like high impact and cool to look at? Because I'd rather want the short thing.
A mix of the two, I think, would be good. Like one girl would have like a kind of long thing, and another member would have another. Because who was there was a member who, I think that was Hoshimina also, the speed math thingy.
Oh, math? Yeah.
Right? And then she failed, obviously. But
not a good streak.
Yeah. Asuka has the mask performance too. This is gonna be like a couple episodes
like
of this.
I think it's it might be a 4 week.
Might be a whole month. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like to see.
I mean, it's always something interesting, something different.
Yeah. So look forward to that in the next few episodes. So that does it for the TV show roundup.
Oh, that does it.
Which leads to the end of the show.
That's the end of the show, which means you have to wait till next week to hear more news and TV show stuff.
Hopefully there will be more news.
Yeah, hopefully, because that's episode 99. And for episode 100, we're starting to plan stuff. So again, if you didn't see in the beginning, please watch that. That's not next week, but the following week will be episode 100 already.
Yep. In 2 weeks.
Yes. Be sure to watch that live. We'll have special stuff for the live viewers. And when you watch that, you can do so at twitch.tv/slopeclub. Or if not, you can go ahead and watch the video once it's uploaded on youtube.com/slopeclub. Follow us on Twitter /slopeclub or on Instagram, which is slope.club.
Oh,
whenever we hang out together.
We couldn't get just Slope.
We couldn't get someone stole it from us. There's always cool stuff there. Look at the stories, the posts. Go ahead and give them a like, give them a watch. And that does it all for us this week. You can go ahead and continue this discussion on Discord. But if you're not there, which you should be, go ahead and catch us next week. Same time, same place.
Bye.
Goodbye. Hopefully Jimmy comes back next week.